What is happening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sandustry. You might be asking yourself, what is Sandustry? Sandustry is a game wherever you turn sand into gold and you make a lot of money doing it, and you can create big factories and things like that. So let's get right into it. Here we are as an alien just dropping into the map. Essentially, I don't know if this is an alien or what it is, but we're essentially this guy here, and we got some nice guns, and we use these guns to shoot into the ground. And once you shoot into the ground, you get this sand here, which then you can grab and put it into the water to create wet sand. And then once you grab that wet sand, you usually are able to shake it around, but for some reason it's not letting me do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy up some shakers here, and then we're just going to place those over here, and then we're able to put the sand onto the shakers, and then the shakers bring out the gold in the sand, which then we can drop into here, and that's how you make your money. So that's pretty much the basics of the game, but you can obviously build big factories and other automated tools, because if you click T, you can go to the tech tree, and then you get refining and logistics and things like that. So we obviously need to follow the objectives to get all that unlocked, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to start shooting everywhere here to get all the sand. Obviously we can fly around and things, but we're essentially just going to take the sand and drop all the sand into the water here to get as much wet sand as possible, so then we can start shaking it away and get as much gold as possible. So now that all this sand is wet sand, then we can take it out here and drop it over on the shakers, which then the gold ends up dropping off that side, or dropping below it actually, and then we can just take that gold and put it all right into here. And then with all this other sand, we can just, or the brown sand is actually called slag. We can essentially just get rid of that and throw it outside over here. And then we grab more sand, put it in the water, and then we can grab more actually wet sand and then put it in there to get more gold out of it. We have a lot of gold sitting under there right now, so I'm just going to keep piling this up there and then just drop in this gold into our selling compartment, which then gives us money. I do not know how much money we have. We've got $41 right now, so that's not enough to unlock logistics yet. Which, I don't know if logistics are the greatest thing. I don't know. I've never played this game, so I'm kind of learning with everybody that's watching. Guessing you guys maybe are interested in this game and have watched it before, so I'm assuming you know more than me, so I guess let's find out. So we're just continuing to drop this in. We're at $61, so we should be able to unlock logistics now, which I don't know what that gives us. This unlocks conveyor belts and launchers. Interesting. If we go to building down here, what's like this? What does this look like? Is this like a launcher, or I'm confused. What is this? So is this, wait, this is a launcher. So if we put this right here, does that just start launching things out? Or no? Maybe we put it on this side? So that'll start essentially removing all the slag and getting rid of it, if that makes sense. And then I think number 4 is the conveyor belt that we can use to like run it like that essentially. I think that's what that is number 1 is a conveyor belt, but I don't know for sure, so I'm not gonna assume anything there. But so we can essentially just continue to put this gold, or put the sand on here, and then it'll continue to get rid of the slag for us, and just put it down here for now. Obviously, I think I'm going to implement some kind of launcher to launch this gold into here, but we're just learning the basics of the game right now. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to go to building here. I'm going to get a shaker. I'm going to put some shakers actually right above here, which that'll give us enough shakers to... So now if we put the sand up here, the gold will just fall directly into the selling compartment, instead of me having to put it in there. So essentially we can just put the sand up here, and then what we can do is we can get a launcher from number 4, and we can put it right, or not, number 5 is the launcher. We can put it right here if we wanted to, and just start launching things away. I'm pretty sure just start launching the slag out of there, but I don't know for sure if that's going to work or not. So I'm going to fly up over here and just start getting more gold from over here, just to start getting more gold, just so I can get more money, obviously, to unlock other things. So we got all this sand here. I think our system should work, but I don't know for sure. So we just put it up here, and then the gold should just drop straight through, but we need to get the sand wet first, obviously, you stupid bumhead. Obviously, I already forgot how to play the game, but so you just throw it in here, get the sand all nice and wet, and then you just throw it up into here. And now we should get gold. We should get gold out of that, and then it drops right into the money. And then all the slag just gets thrown into the water here. As you can see, it just gets thrown either down here or into the water from those launchers. I just want to make sure that no wet sand gets down there at all either. It seems like there's some gold right here. I'm just going to throw that in there as well. Just trying to make sure that everything is going good right now. I can't really tell if it's processing the gold or what's going on there, because all this wet sand is just dropping through. I don't know if that's something that it does or if it's processing the gold or not. I don't know. Some gold just dropped in over here. It looks like it's processing it, so I'm just gonna keep going crazy over here on the mines. Let me click on C. We got guns for $500, and then filters and things like that. We can obviously go into building. We can get launchers. Conveyor belt is this one, and then we got demolisher, marquee, and things like that. I don't have no idea what that is. We got shovel and grabber. And then research and upgrades. Nothing's in the upgrades, so let's go over here. I was looking at this thing, and I have no idea what this is. There's this thing right here. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. But this game's actually pretty good. I'm only playing the demo right now, but if you guys want me to get the real game, make sure to drop it down below. And let me know in the comments down below if you want me to continue playing this game, because I will do it. Oh, wow. We got even more water over here. I didn't even notice that. So what we could do is we could set up a... if we can demolish this stuff, we got a demolisher. I thought I saw it in here. We click on this and just demolish this stuff here. Just demolish this, and then now we just have the shakers here, and then we can do a launcher out this side here. Do kind of like that, I guess, and then we can do more shakers up this side, I guess. Just do something like that, and then we can do a conveyor belt from here. Just bring it basically all the way over to here, maybe. Just because now we can mine stuff over here, and then we can put it in the water. And then we can do... we can't do that. So this is all we can do, is we can just create straight conveyor belts. So I guess we'll have to just do that for now, and then we'll have to manually start dumping the gold and stuff in there. Which kind of sucks, but let's just mine some more sand really quick, and then we can dump it into this big water container. And hopefully make a lot more money that way. I wish I could automate it a little bit more, like where it can pick up the sand, but I don't know if that's even possible yet with the things I have unlocked. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to continue doing this. Start just dropping all the sand in this big water tub here. Basically a bathtub for the sand. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Once we get this done, though, then we can take it up and put it into conveyor belts, if that makes sense. We got to put it up here. Put that there, put that there. So now we can just put this gold, I believe, up here. Oh, it brings it the wrong way. What the heck? Is there a possible way to, like, reverse? Do, like, a reverse. We go like this, maybe? Oh, what the? Wait. Is this... No, these isn't conveyor belts, you stupid... I don't know what I'm doing, dude. That's not conveyor belts either. So we can grab this, maybe, and then bring it this way? Is that possible? Okay, now we pick this up. Is it bringing it that way or no? No, it's still bringing it this way. Am I stupid or am I dumb? Is it not possible to bring this the other way? Let's just demolish all this stuff here. Let's just demolish this entire thing and just see if maybe if we bring it from like this, we just come here, go basically straight across here, and then can we drag it this way? Okay, that looks like it worked. It seems like now that the conveyor belt on top's going that way, so can we just drop this? Okay, here we go. So now we can just take all this wet sand and drop it up here. Essentially, then it'll carry it all the way over to here and then drop it in there, and then we'll get infinite money, essentially, from that. And then all the slag will just get dropped off the side there, which will be pretty cool, eventually. Alright, now that we have all the sand loaded up, essentially what it's going to do is, hopefully it doesn't overflow that section there, because that would suck. Because I think it's just going to start launching the sand out. So maybe we need to watch that and make sure that it all goes in there properly and doesn't just start getting launched out, because I'm pretty sure this is some wet sand down here that could turn into gold, I'm pretty sure, but now it's not even moving. The sand is not even going into there. Is it just dropping off here now? This is interesting. Is it just not gonna go in there? Maybe because these are the wrong way, if that makes sense. We need to like put them down the other way. It's just kind of dropping it right here. So maybe we need to do a conveyor belt, make it go further instead of just doing it kind of how I have it right now. So we just demolish this here, demolish that there, and then we need to get a conveyor belt, and then we need to increase the size of it to go like to this, so then it starts dropping into the shaker, where then it can start going crazy, start getting shaken away. But it does seem like it'll get overfilled and start falling off the side there, which does kind of suck. Maybe we need to implement or come up with some system where no matter how much gold, that none of it'll fall off, because you see all this wet sand over here that's falling off here, like this all lost the money, essentially. I don't know exactly how to go through with that. That's pretty weird. But yeah, we're decent right now. I mean, this wet sand here just lost money, you know? You gotta figure out a system to keep this sand in the trough here, or I don't know what to call it, but maybe we just need to do it longer. Maybe we do a bigger conveyor, or bigger conveyor belt. We shake it somewhere else and then we bring it over to there. That could also work. I'm gonna come up with some system, and then I'll let you guys know what I come up with. Alright, so I didn't realize that you could rebuild it and build it different ways and different ideas with the collector thing. So I just rebuilt the collector thing like this. It's a little bit bigger now, and it's got sides so the sand won't be able to spill off the side. So essentially you can fill this up as high as you want, and none of the gold will spill out, and it'll fill this entire area up. So now we can take the conveyor belt that we had before, and we can essentially go from here over to here and do the exact same system we had. We just gotta, you know, and then bring it up there. But I wish I could build like a conveyor belt, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know if like this work for that, like do something like this. But these won't, these aren't allowed to be slanted either. Like slanted, you can only slant them upwards. So maybe we can do something like that and then go like this maybe. Something like this. That makes sense. I don't know what that'll look like though if we put the sand in there. Like it doesn't do anything really. I mean, do like a belt system connected to that, but I like just I like the idea of just throwing it up there ourselves. So we need to get rid of all of these, and then essentially we come down here and then we start mining again, and then we can test out our system that we had created. It's either gonna be good or it's either gonna be bad. But if you guys are enjoying so far, if you're still sticking around this long in a video, make sure to go down there and drop a like. And if you guys are enjoying, let me know in the comments what your favorite part is or something like that. I mean, I read all the comments and I like seeing whatever everybody's got to say. If it's bad or good, just let me know. I like just reading them and seeing what I'm doing good, seeing what I'm doing bad. But if you do drop a like, and if you choose to subscribe, I'm not going to make you subscribe, obviously. I'm not going to force you to either. But if you do choose so, I just want to say thank you, and I hope you guys are enjoying so far. But yeah, we're going to be wetting more sand, and then I want to test out our system here. I do not know if it's going to go good or not, so I'm just going to start dropping all this wet sand up there. I like how the grabber thing here, if you put it all the way in the sand, it grabs a full square, but then if you put it like halfway, it only grabs what's inside the square, which is pretty cool. I like that. But essentially, we're just going to put all this stuff in here. I haven't figured out a way yet to remove the slag out of that system, but hopefully it just spills over the side and we don't really have to deal with that after that. But I don't know if that's going to be for sure a thing that's going to be doable if it just spills over the side, because I don't know if the wet sand will go on top of it or go below it or how it exactly works. But I'm hoping the wet sand just goes on top or goes below and then can still get shaken through to the other side there, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? All this slag here needs to get like thrown out. I wonder, since the conveyor belt is coming in on this side, if we can take like one of them chucker thingies, one of these, and just kind of over here and just like just throw stuff out. Just kind of, we can like create a couple of systems like that, so it just starts throwing stuff out of the thing, just like that. Can you put these underwater? I'm very interested to see that. Like, you put these like right, does it throw that wet sand? Oh, okay. Okay, I think I got a system here that would work. So let's just demolish these. If we put these throwers in a system wherever, like, you know what I'm saying, like where it can go through here, I feel like that would work to get the wet sand up to the conveyor belt. But we essentially need to throw the slag out, but not throw the wet sand out. So essentially we need to get rid of slag but keep the wet sand. So maybe if we do it at a slant, maybe we create like a set of shakers and then we throw everything out at the end. That might work as well. If we do something like where we get rid of the shakers, and maybe we just do shakers across the section of it, and then we just throw everything out after that. But I don't know if the shakers will get through enough of it to be able to not get rid of wet sand. Alright, I just moved the shaker a little bit closer. We'll just have to watch and see and make sure no gold is getting thrown out over here like it is, or like it had been, obviously. This isn't from recently, this is from before when I had accidentally, this the collector, obviously, but it's looking good so far. It doesn't seem like we're throwing out any wet sand, actually, so it does look good. I'm about 20 minutes into recording. I don't know how long this video is, but if you guys are enjoying, let me know, but I'm thinking about ending it pretty soon here. I don't really understand, like, where to go in the game from here. Obviously, we need to just continue mining gold and doing things like that, so I'm gonna keep doing that, and, we'll see. Maybe we unlock some new guns in this episode, and then I'll think about what to do next. Alright, here is essentially what I've came up with. So essentially what happens is the sand goes from the water down here. It goes straight up through the thrower thingy, object thrower thingy, and then it goes into the conveyor belt, which then brings it all the way over to our collector, and then we just have to figure out what to do with the slag afterwards, because clearly our slag is building up here a little bit, so the conveyor belt is unable to bring the new sand in. So we just have to figure out a system to get rid of the slag, which I'm thinking we just use another thrower, another launcher thing. We just put the launcher like right here, and then we just start launching it, like just launching slag out of the area that the conveyor belt needs to be using, which will then hopefully open up more area for the conveyor belt to drop things in, or drop sand in, and then obviously it'll start shaking through and going through with the gold and then dropping the gold in, which the system we have right now obviously seems to be working pretty good. It just gets caught into that one, and then it goes to the next one, to the next one, and then obviously gets thrown out into the water over there. What I'm going to call this creation is the Sand Catcher 3000, or the Gold Catcher 3000, okay, because it's so big. I mean, I don't know why I made it so big, but like, you see, all this goes up and then it all goes over into the thing. So I think this is a good spot to end this episode. If you did enjoy and you want me to see me play this again, I will keep playing it, but I'll have to do some research and see how I can play it better and get better at playing it. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to check out my other videos and let me know what you thought in the comments down below if you did stay around this long. But otherwise, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.